everybody. It's nice to see you guys on here again. Thank you so much for stopping by and viewing the content. If it's good for you, give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you have not already. I would much appreciate this because hopefully, you know, some of this is going out there to somebody who really needs it, and the more that we like and subscribe and share the love for one another and what everybody has to say, then the more we can get this awesomeness out there. I have been going through a lot. That's probably why you haven't seen me in a while. I am pushing through everything. My daddy has been going through some health stuff. And if any of you guys, you know, somewhere throughout your day find the time to send some positive, loving energy our way, we would greatly appreciate it. I would be very, very honored and very thankful if you could. And I know that good energy and positive prayer and thoughts and love, all that works. So I'm definitely a big fan of that. So if any of you guys, you know, would like to, I would really, really appreciate you. You know, a lot of things that come at you all the time may, you know, it may make you feel like you're not good enough sometimes. I know that a lot of people struggle with that. I, for one, know that that's one of my bigger life lessons is to find my self-worth in this lifetime and to learn how to feel good about myself. A lot of times, you know, if I get into an argument or if something bad is going on or something, I get down on myself, or I'll feel like, you know, I'm not good enough for this person, or I'm not good enough to be a mom, or I'm not good enough as XYZ or whatever. And these situations tend to get, you know, in my head sometimes and kind of stick to me. And I'm sure it happens to a lot of us. And at those moments, our light that we have, it kind of feels dimmed. It feels like it's not shining quite so brightly. And I wanted to let you guys know that some of the best things that you can do to help your light shine and to make you feel like it's burning bright is to find the light in someone else. You know, find the good in somebody else and just ooze that out of them. Just be so proud of them and honor them for their light, and maybe even bring that light out even more out of them. That's always something that really, really, really makes me happy. I mean, you know, I can be at the grocery store and one of my goals is to, you know, the checkout clerk, I love making them smile. You know, it's just something I like to do, you know, is bring out whatever I find is awesome about them, their blouse or their eyes, you know, what their smile makes me feel at home, or whatever it is. I like to say something about somebody to make them feel really happy or really good about themselves. And everybody deserves that. Everybody deserves to feel good, you know, and when it's coming from somebody that doesn't have to do it, you know, some lady just checking out her groceries doesn't have to say anything about your pretty eyes or your hair or your smile or anything, but they do, and they walk away, and you can have that for the rest of your day, knowing that you hopefully brought out a smile, or you brought out the light in somebody else. And when you do that, when you bring out that light, your light just starts shining brighter and brighter and brighter. I can't help it. You can't help but mirror how bright that you want to shine. You just can't help it. Another thing is you don't necessarily, and you don't need specifics necessarily to do this, but we go through life, you know, when we're children, we jump around and we play and we dance and we make up stuff, and we have zero inhibitions, basically. We have zero inhibitions, and we are exactly who we are. And maybe by doing that, say you knocked something over again and broke it again or whatever, And maybe you heard, can't you just slow down? Can't you just sit down? Just relax, calm down. You're always jumping around. You're always flipping around here and there, and you're never still. And maybe, you know, if that's the case, if that's something that happened to you, that was your true self, and it got dimmed a little bit. Somewhere along the line in our lives, our light has been dimmed a little bit. And not on purpose. You know, if it was our parents, they didn't mean to. They are just trying to teach you in the only way that they knew how. And that may have made you feel like who you are isn't good enough. But that doesn't mean that you're not good enough. You're jumping and you're flipping. You know, maybe that was the amazing part of you, but maybe you just needed to learn the lesson of how to do that and be careful at the same time. I happen to be a mom who has told my kids to settle down and stop jumping around, and you're breaking my stuff again. And I'm learning, you know, hopefully I can, you know, reverse some of that and be like, look, I like you doing however it is that you're doing. Do what you want to do and jump around and feel good and feel free and be that what you feel inside, what makes you happy, do it. But be careful, you know, we have to learn our lessons anyway, but I don't want to take away that part of them that makes them get up and dance and feel free and wild. And what is that? What could you tell yourself if you could close your eyes and imagine your little self? You know, again, you don't have to have specifics of exactly the situation that made you feel like your true self wasn't good enough, you know, but maybe you can sit down and tell this little person, you know, you are good enough. That is exactly who you are, and that's okay. Maybe you needed to be careful, and that's okay. Maybe you just needed to learn not to break stuff when you were jumping around, or maybe, you know, the stories you wrote aren't, you know, bad, and they're really good, and that's just how you see things, and that's okay. You know, you just have to learn that other people's opinions, they weren't trying to take away from who you are. They were just trying to teach you in the only way that you know how. So maybe we go back and we try to tell that younger version of ourselves what they need to hear, that it's okay to be who you were born to be. You know, you just have to learn certain lessons along the way to refine that aspect about your soul, about yourself. We have who we are now, you know, we have this one consciousness as me. I'm Annie, I'm here. But my soul has been incarnated, in my view, in my opinion, we've been incarnated many times, or I have been incarnated many times. And I'm refining this soul that has gone into different bodies, I guess. And I'm refining this soul. But there's also a divine self, my higher self, that is helping me and loves me more. They're the ones orchestrating everything. My higher self may be putting painful situations in my path, or certain chaotic moments or something like that in my path, not because I need to feel pain or experience this, but I need to experience, period, because that will show me who I am. When I have been in a relationship with somebody and it doesn't work out, you take everything good from that relationship and you mirror it to yourself and to everybody around you. And everything about that relationship that did not work for you, you take it in as a lesson. Don't mirror it, but you learn from it. You learn who you are from that, what works for you and what doesn't. But when you mirror what works for you outwards, then you will attract it, because that is the law of attraction. You bring about what you think about, or whatever you're putting out there, you will attract back to you. So if you're loving yourself and you're loving everybody around you in a way that you have learned to love, then you will mirror love coming back to you. And it can come back to you in many different forms. It can come back to you as a new relationship. It can come back to you as love in animals and friendships and family members that you never knew could love you. Maybe your daddy isn't around and you don't think he loves you. I don't know. But all of a sudden you're just out there and you're giving out love, the love that you've learned works for you. So you're going to give that to everybody else. You're going to give it to yourself. Then all of a sudden you get a call from your dad and he is so sorry and so wrong for blah, 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 blah. And you end up having this amazing relationship with somebody that you never even thought you were going to have a relationship with. And it was all because of what you were putting out there. Love will come back. It's the law of attraction. It will come back to you in so many different ways, in the ways that you deserve. So don't bog yourself down with expectations, saying, I'm going to love them in a certain way and I hope that they love me back in a certain way, because that's very conditional. It's not unconditional love. And unconditional love is your true self. When you put conditions on it and you expect it from somebody else, then it isn't as pure as the love that you have to offer, and it isn't as pure as what you deserve. And that's what your divine self is trying to tell you. So if you're going through pain and hurt and all of these situations that are coming into your reality, it is not because you're bad or whatever. It's because you are here to experience something even more, even better. You're here to experience the truth of who you are and how bright you can shine. And that is what I've been getting lately. Thanks again for listening. Thanks again for chatting. I have been, again, going through a lot. If you would like to ask any questions about what I've been receiving from my guides, or if you would like to know more, just send me a comment down below. Like, comment anyway and let me know what's been going on with you guys, and what you're excited about. If you need help, what do you need to know? Let's ask the guides. So just comment and let me know, and give me a thumbs up. And if there's anything that you guys need from me, I'm here for you, and I'm sending you so much love and so much energy, because you guys are worth it. You deserve it, and we can pull from one another, and we are here for one another. Thank you so much for listening.